Alright, what's up, y'all? Currently, I'm doing a different type of video. I had asked y'all on my community post on what type of videos y'all want to see me do, like something more of me holding a camera or me sitting down. So I see a majority of y'all want like both styles of videos, and that's what I'm doing right now today. So what we're gonna be talking about is my 100K challenge. This is the final update, and I actually passed phase 1 and phase 2, and I'm actually going to be going over like the challenges I had to face and just a quick breakdown of one of the trades that I took. So right now I'm currently outside, got my laptop. I'm gonna quickly plug it in and get this situated. So get this. I'm trying to do like more of a really unedited style of video. Open up my laptop. Here we go. There we go. I never really opened the charts up outside, so it's a nice like different type of experience right here. Alright, so I got this all set up right now. So right now, let me flip the camera for y'all. I'm going to be showing y'all phase 1 of my challenge. It was with the prop firm called the 5%ers. They've been in the game for a long time. Let me show y'all real quick. So let me tell y'all the challenges I had to face with this one now. Let me show y'all. So profitable days. So for the profitable days, you need at least 0.5% in profit of the previous day's balance. Right here, it's an 8% target. I hit that 8% right there without losing 10% overall and 5% in a day. As you can see, this is the equity curve right there, and these are the trades here we took. So we took some losses, we took some wins, break evens. I followed my rules and basically it paid off. And the one thing I do want to talk to you is, so if you watched part 1, you can go ahead and watch part 1 of this 100K challenge. Previously, before I was taking the challenge, and the whole thing happened where Medical was no longer working with prop firms. Now, because of this situation, the 5%ers, they had stopped their services for a little bit so they can transfer everybody to a new platform, which they currently use, Match Trader. So the thing with this was, when I was taking the challenge, there was like a whole month where I couldn't trade for. So I was already taking the challenge for maybe like 3 months. I was going through some back and forth. I just got I think above break even when the whole thing happened, and then boom, couldn't trade for a month. And then when we finally got the details, I was like, all right, I'm gonna make sure all the trades I'm taking is worthwhile. So, but previously I forgot to mention that I was risking 1% per trade, but when we got the new account details, I decided to risk 1.5% per trade, because one, I know how much I can potentially lose in a row, so it's not really likely for me to lose a challenge, risking 1.5% per trade on knowing my rules and my trading plan. So I decided to do that, and then it ended up paying off. So right now I'm gonna actually be going over the trade that I took to pass phase 1. Then I'm gonna go on to the trade that I took to pass phase 2, and there's also an issue that I faced in phase 2, and I'm gonna be talking about it in here too. So if we go right here, the last trade I took was May 17th. It was a buy for AUD JPY, $4,000 win. So we go, already got it on set up right here. go to replay mode so we can really see this. Yeah. So I'm trying to see what kind of entry, because sometimes I do a 15-minute entry, sometimes I'll do a 1 hour. So let me actually zoom in on this so y'all can see this. So actually what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually use the screen recording on the computer and then catch y'all. Alright, so like I talked about, this was a trade I took on May 17th, and it was a 15-minute entry. Yeah, it's a 15-minute entry, so I'm gonna be breaking down the trade and to show y'all my thought process. So basically, AUD/JPY overall, I'm bullish on this market. So if we go into higher time frames right here, we can see that price is overall bullish. And the way how we know it's bullish is because of these breaks. If you don't know what indicator I have on, this is called the MENT-FX structure indicator. If you go to indicators, type in MENT-FX structure indicators, that's where you can find this. And it basically shows you the highs and lows of the market. Now we have a break of structure from this high right here. We have another break of structure from this high, and then price recently broke the low. And if you know how I view structure, basically when you have a movement like this where you have two breaks or more and price begins to break down on a low, this breakdown does not necessarily mean price wants to go on a new trend to the downside. And the same thing vice versa. If sell was on a downtrend and it breaks a high, that purpose may not be to start a new uptrend if you are following. So my instant assumption is when price breaks down on a low, it's to target the highs and so on. So that's how I view structure. And basically we have that type of movement right here where price broke down on this low. You can see it's counted by the bodies, not the wicks. So we have a break and price re-breaks the high, continuing the trend with one break, two break, on three breaks right here to the top side. So me seeing that on the higher time frames, I know that I'm bullish overall on this thing. And you can see that this thing happens on all time frames. You can see on the 1 hour we have that same type of movement where we have breaks to the top side. This is a second break. We have a break of a low right here for the purpose of re-breaking higher and so on. So my entry was on a 15 minute. So if we go on a recent price action, so if I'm using a 15-minute time frame, I use a 1 hour time frame to basically validate what I'm on my bias. And if you look at the 1 hour time frame, price is looking extremely bullish. It's clear candles, it's not wicky candles, and it's not moving sideways. So that's everything that I'm thinking of when I'm looking at a market. So we break down twice right here, one, two, and then price re-breaks up once, and twice. So once price re-breaks twice, I know that it's bullish again, and I can start going on a lower time frame to look for potential entries. Now, if we go on a 15-minute time frame, we want the story to be the same as the higher time frames. It's showing us bullish price action as well. So what do we have here? We have the same type of movement on the higher time frames where price broke up once, twice, three, four, multiple times basically. And then recently it breaks down once. So when I was right here in price action, we noticed that price broke down once. And remember how I talked about when I have a break of when a break happens one time, I'm automatically assuming the target is going to be the high. So what do I do? If you watch my previous videos, you know my entry criteria is basically this right here, where if we have a bullish trend, I'll wait for like some type of pullback. It has to be like a nice pullback. I'm waiting for an impulsive move, the correction of that move, and then I basically buy stop the high where that impulse had stopped to potentially take profits at a 1 to 3, and I have a break even area at a 1 to 1.5, and that's basically how I trade. Now if you look right here, we have our impulsive move right here. So we have this push up right here, we have that correction move right here. And once I saw that correction move, my only thing was to do was to set my buy stop. So I set my buy stop right here. I got tagged in, got to my break even area, broke even, and just either two things can happen at that point. Either I get stopped out at break even or it hits my target, and it ended up hitting my target. So that's all I basically do for all my trades. All right, so next we're gonna be talking about phase 2 of my challenge right here, and let me show you. This was the details. Disabled reason, I reached a profit target. It was a 5% profit target. Now, if you notice right here, I went over the 5% target, and the reason why I went over that 5% target is because, let me explain real quick. The profitable days were actually kind of messing me up in a sense. Not really. Let me try to explain it to y'all. So then I don't know if y'all can hear my door right here. That man be annoying. Look at him. Alright. So anyways, what happened was, so I took my first trade. It was a winner, all good. It counted that profitable days because like I talked about before, it needs to be at least 0.5% of the previous day balance. Then I took this loss right here, and I took this win right here. So this win right here, this was my win. I closed out early just to hit that 0.5%, at least that 0.5%, because as you know, I talked about before, my targets are at least 3%, and me closing out right here, I just wanted to count that day. Now I was thinking I'm good, I got my profitable day and everything, and as you can see right here, I don't take trades on the same day unless I find another setup. Max, I take 2 losses in a day. But look, the 20th, the 21st, the 22nd was when I took that win. So it was a positive day, but when I contacted support and I noticed that it didn't count it as a profitable day, what they had told me was it wasn't a profitable day because it was different time zones. So the time zone that day, it wasn't a profitable day because technically these 2 trades, that loss I took right there and that win, were on the same day, so it wasn't profitable. So they didn't count it. So I was like, damn. So I didn't know it. I didn't know that the whole time. So I continued trading. So I got my break even. I got a break even trade right after, and I got this win that had passed my challenge. So I hit that 5% target. Now, when I hit that 5% target, I'm thinking, yo, I passed the challenge. But the whole time, my profitable days wasn't updating, and that's when I was talking about I contacted support and realized I actually didn't pass. So I had hit my 5% target, but I needed to hit another 0.5% in profit. So I was like, all right, my strategy works with all time frames, and I didn't want to seem impatient, but I found a setup on a 1-minute time frame because, like I talked about, it works with any time frame, all markets. So I was patient and waited for a 1-minute time frame entry, and that's final win, which I'm gonna actually go over and show y'all that. So if I can find it real quick, I'm gonna actually show y'all real quick. Alright, so basically I'm gonna be going over this trade I took on the 1-minute time frame. So depending on what time frame trader you are, you're gonna be using a different time frame to verify um like the bias, to confirm your bias. And I go more in depth in this upcoming mentorship I have coming, as basically a Telegram. I post all my trade entries, but I do y'all what time frames to use based on what entry criteria. And if you want to sign up for my $100 mentorship, all you got to do is go to the link in the description, put in your email, and you are basically signed up for the wait list. When you're on this wait list, basically I'm gonna be going in order, and I'm gonna basically do like an interview with you to see if you're a dedicated trader, and if I find that you're a dedicated trader, you gain access to this mentorship. Now the mentorship, this whole thing is getting released on my birthday month, and my birthday month is October 1st. This is getting released, and basically I'm gonna just be interviewing y'all so y'all can gain access to that. So without wasting more time, so let's actually go on here. I'm not gonna go on the verifying time frame to, because that's for like more of the mentorship, what time frames y'all want to use. But if we go on the 1 minute time frame, we can basically to see my same entry criteria that I did on that 15-minute time frame to pass phase one. And let me make this a little bit smaller. All right. As you can see, structure is moving higher. So we have breaks to the top side, 2, 3. Look at this, what I'm talking about. We have a break of a low for the purpose of re-breaking higher, continues higher, breaks the low to re-break higher, does it again. So it has 1, 2, and this third break right here. Now look what I see right here. I see a clean entry setup. Remember what I look for. I look for this impulsive move, a correction, and then I just buy stop the high and have my stop loss where the correction has stopped. So I entered that right here, but since I'm on a 1 minute on time frame, I ain't gonna lie, the spreads were like horrible because I had the buy stop step. It tagged me, it put me up here. So I got in the trade and I closed out at a one to I was risking 0.5% on this trade, and I closed out on a 1-to-1 just so I can pass on the remaining and get that profitable day in. And it ended up reaching for uh a over a 1-to-2. And if this was a regular trade, I would have simply took a break even on it. But that was the trade I took to pass this, and that's the everything I had to face on here. So it was crazy. First, I had to face them switching over platforms, and then I had to face the profitable days not counting. So I had to make an extra profit, but I didn't just FOMO. I didn't let that affect me. I just found an entry on a lower time frame so it can be quicker. But it's not like I broke my rules. I followed the same rules that consistently makes me profit every single month. So I hope y'all enjoyed this type of video. Make sure if y'all interested in the way how I trade, the way how I approach the markets, make sure to sign up for my $100 mentorship. Also, I did forget to mention that the first 10 people that get approved into the mentorship will get half off. So you will get it for $50. So all you got to do is go on the waiting list, basically wait. The mentorship releases October 1st. I'm going to be going in order, interviewing you. If you are a dedicated trader, you get approved, you will get another email with access to the mentorship. You basically paid $100 and you get access to this telegram, the telegram right here. You get my strategy, you get all the entries, you get examples. We're gonna have on live webinars. We have a whole area where you can put your testimonials and all that stuff. We're gonna be going in depth. We got psychology, and if you want like proof that I can trade, my public track record is in the description. It's been 7 months that I had it up for, so you can just check that out. You can keep checking it out, see my progress on that as well. So yeah.